Hey Peter, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, it's a hard day. Media day is always not that easy. According to your Instagram, you're not that kind of player who's wasting his time in the hotel room. Am I right?
I mean, I play a lot of pubs in the hotel room.
But you also made some beautiful pictures of Kiev.
I like to get out and see a little bit of the city, explore a little bit. Generally, just making runs for coffee.
Who is your travel buddy, I'd say, from the team? Like the person you're exploring new places with?
I think Zai or I guess Quinn, CCNC. He's always down to just tag along, just go wherever.
What's your secret? I mean, how are you not getting tired of this endless trip? Romania, China, Poland, Ukraine?
I guess I just kind of understand what I'm trying to do here, and that's just to be successful at playing Dota, and I'm really enjoying the process of improving as a team and as an individual, and it's been very rewarding.
I like this point. Let's talk about our tournament a bit. Who is the scariest or maybe just the most uncomfortable opponent for you here?
We actually have a pretty bad history against some of the players from Fly to the Moon. Silent especially, he beat us at the Asus ROG tournament in Kuala Lumpur when we were there. That was quite the disappointment for us.
Back to Empire days.
Yeah, it was when he was playing with Empire. Other than that, I think we have the Vici Thunder team, who's kind of like an international, pretty decent team. And LGD dropped out. They were originally going to be our big competition. But right now, I think probably Fnatic and maybe Kingwin might be pretty good opponents.
I wanted to ask, my next question was supposed to be like, do you think LGD would be the scariest team if they were still here?
Definitely. I think that the meta and the development that teams went through during the DAC tournament over the last 2 weeks was pretty crucial to just like advancing yourselves. You know, the Dota meta is all about education and intelligence, and all those teams that weren't there really missed out on a lot of progress.
You also mentioned Fnatic, but they're gonna play with Adam, not with Pi. Do you think it's gonna make them stronger or weaker? How is it gonna work for them?
It's tough to say. I don't really know the team too well, but it seemed like things were going decently well with Pi. They were winning a lot of the qualifiers, even over teams like Mineski, who just won the major. So I was a bit surprised by the move. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be weaker or stronger, but I do know that new rosters do take some time to gel usually. I'm
surprised that you were surprised with this move, because I think you're a person who actually knows how to kick someone from team after a victory.
Wow. I've only kicked a couple players.
Just a couple, yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter then. Just a couple.
Sure. Yeah, I don't have the most experience with it, but I know that, you know, if that team felt like they needed to change, then it was definitely the right thing to do.
Okay, you also talk a lot about NA Dota and its results and its position on the world scene, but in fact you have only 2 NA players on your team. Do you think that it's still, I don't know, it actually matters nowadays to represent the region?
Not at all. I think it's something for fans to attach onto, which is nice. And we kind of wave the American flag almost ironically at this point, since we, you know, like you said, we do have only 2 North American players.
So potentially you would be comfortable with representing any other region?
I'm very comfortable representing myself and representing my team. So if you want to consider us part of some region and you want to be our fan because of that, I'm all for that. If you want to think of us as some international team and we're just Optic, that I'm fine with as well.
Okay, there is a huge storyline behind you and Kyle. So I want to ask, what do you think about his kick from Complexity?
Wow, I think that Swindle or Kyle was kind of the driving force for that team for a very, very long time. I was quite surprised by the move. I understand that they are trying to, you know, they always go from this like, they're not so good to they're pretty good. And I think now with this move, they're trying to go from that pretty good to the really good. And they felt like they couldn't do that with him. And it's a pretty risky move, but it might work out.
Do you think it's actually okay to kick a player not because of his, I don't know, some gaming skills, but because of his personality? Or they're supposed to be his skill in the first place?
It's more so about your ability to win. And if internal conflict and personality and differences get in the way of your ability to win, then changes do need to be made regardless of a player's skill.
I asked Envy, but I also want to know your opinion. Who do you rather choose? A player who is really nice, but not the best on his position? Or extremely good player who is kind of one of the best in the world, but he's kind of toxic?
I think that I could handle him. So I'll take the incredibly talented toxic player, and I'll put him in his place.
But don't you think there is a limit for toxic players? Like you can get one, but you can't get four.
I think 4 would be a lot to handle. But if the opportunity to win the international was on the line, maybe I would be willing to take that risk.
And I also said that it's a good idea to take 2 toxic players so they can fight each other all the time and don't affect the rest of the team.
I disagree with that entirely. I think that is a very dangerous combination. You don't want people fighting.
Well, that's all about Dota. My first question was about Instagram, and my last question is going to be kind of girly as well. You suddenly decided to change your image, I don't know, like the glasses thing and stuff. Is there any deep reason behind it?
I was just going through a self-improvement kind of thing. I decided I didn't really want to wear glasses anymore because I wanted to go snowboarding, and I didn't like wearing contacts. So I just got the LASIK eye surgery, and no more glasses for me. It's great. And no real rhyme or reason behind it. I'm just, I just want to, I don't know, I just want to be healthier and happier, I guess.
I think I'm gonna take some advice from you about this surgery. I think, well, that's all. I wish you good luck and thank you for the interview.
Thank you very much.